If you're not sure if your portfolio is right for you or if you're in the right investments, keep watching this video because I'm going to show you the 4 characteristics your portfolio should have. And if you have those in place, it is enough to get you over the finish line to have the retirement you want or any other long-term financial goals. In fact, if you want me to be your personal CFO for the next 8 weeks, where I create your personal financial roadmap so it can help you retire a millionaire while balancing your current lifestyle and protecting yourself and your family at the same time, then go ahead and apply for a spot using the link below. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Hung. I'm the author of 2 investing books, The Sassy Investor and Investing for Teens, How to Save, Invest, and Grow Money. I am also a fee-only financial planner, helping people become financially independent and build their dream retirement while protecting their families at the same time. One of the areas I deeply focus on, and it's my favorite thing, is investing. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through the 4 characteristics your investment portfolio should have. It is the bare minimum you need, and it's very simple. And this is also how investment professionals build their clients' portfolios. The first characteristic is making sure the risk level is aligned with your goals. This is super important because if you're not taking enough risk, that is a risk in itself. For example, if you're investing for your retirement that's 20 years away and you're in low risk investments, that is investments that are mostly in bonds or fixed income, that's probably earning you maybe 3-4% per year. You could be selling yourself short on like over 5% per year of returns over a 20-year period. That can easily add up to close to $1 million. On the other hand, if you're nearing retirement and you're taking too much risk, that is, you're in mostly stocks, and then we experience a stock market crash, you could see your nest egg drop maybe 20% or more in value. And the last thing you want to be is pulling your cash out when the stock markets are down. So then if you're like, well, I'll just pick a risk level that's somewhere in the middle. Many people do this because it's deemed safer. Well, exactly like in Squid Game, when the players had to pick a number between 1 and 16, not knowing what's going to happen or what game they were going to play, majority of the numbers that were selected first were around the middle. Okay, nobody wanted to be first or last unless they were willing to take the risk. But there were clear winners. I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen it. Certainly it wasn't the ones in the middle who won. When investing and you pick a risk level that's somewhere in the middle, you end up with a portfolio that consists of roughly 50% bonds and 50% stocks, a balanced portfolio. You're still selling yourself short on returns in the long run if you're decades away from your goals. If you're sacrificing 2 or 3% per year in returns, that's a lot of money. Of course, if you maximize your risk when investing, it's not a matter of life or death situation like in Squid Game. If you do decide to choose a risk level of 10, you will have a portfolio consisting of pretty much 100% stocks or equities. That's the maximum risk you can take. But here's the thing. So many ETFs that contain 100% equities have a risk rating of medium. That's because these ETFs are super diverse, containing hundreds and sometimes thousands of companies. It's not going to go to zero. So my point is, even if you do select a 10 risk level and put yourself 100% in equity ETFs, at the end of the day, it's really just medium risk. So don't be afraid to take the maximum risk and pick a 10 out of 10 for risk. Just make sure it aligns with your goals. That means the longer time horizon you have to invest, the more risk you can take. The second characteristic is being geographically diverse. One of the things we're very prone to is home-based bias. As North Americans, we're very self-centered. Canadians think Canada is the safest country in the world and will only invest in Canadian stocks. And Americans think they're the only country in the world that matters and probably only familiar with American companies. When it comes to global stocks, about 50% of them are US based. So don't forget about the other 50%. There are massive companies out there all over the world, in Europe, in Asia. When you're looking up ETFs, you'll notice the international ETFs are classified as developed countries or developing countries. So as a Canadian, if you've already got Canadian and US equities covered, you can add ETFs that cover developed countries, excluding North America, and emerging markets ETFs. This way, you're globally covered. The third characteristic, which is also a portfolio profit killer, is making sure the funds you're invested in are low cost. High mutual fund fees can eat away at returns over the long term. The average mutual fund fee in Canada is over 2%. That is very high. There are ETFs out there that are similar, but a fraction of the cost. So if you're in expensive mutual funds, move them into a low-cost ETF. If you want that training, check out this video. The fourth characteristic is having a mix of small, medium-sized, and large-sized companies. You want companies that are in various stages of their business cycles because they'll offer something different. For example, small cap companies are in their high growth stages. These are the companies that can potentially make you 10 or 20 times your money. Whereas large size companies like RBC or Apple are well-established companies that are super profitable, can still grow moderately while paying dividends, which are profits to their shareholders. When you're looking up ETFs, you'll see over here what types of companies are here. So you ideally want to have a mix of all of them. So there you have it, the 4 characteristics of a professional investment portfolio. They are choosing the appropriate risk level, which is just the mix of stocks and bonds. Second is low fund fees. The third is being geographically diverse. And the fourth is having a mix of small, medium, and large-sized companies. If you want me to help you restructure your portfolio or build a new one as your personal CFO for the next 8 weeks, where I also help you create your personal financial roadmap so it can help you retire a millionaire while balancing your current lifestyle and protecting yourself and your family at the same time, then go ahead and apply for a spot in my Wealth in 7 program using the link below.